Put your mind to it, put your grind to it, and you can do it.
What's up, everyone? This is Ivy Soul, and I'm here in Austin, Texas at Big Henry's, and this is High Fives.
I was on that pack div, cool kids, gold and a pager with the Dom K. Sunday, watermelon flavor, taking chances on my LimeWire. Gave my laptop rabies, what a time to be alive for them 80s, 90s babies.
This is 99.9% by Kaytranada. It is my favorite record to dance to.
Yes.
Kaytranada is my favorite producer, artist, songwriter, probably, at the moment. I really, really appreciate the way that he draws on a lot of black music influences, like house, funk, jazz, electronic music, and obviously hip-hop and R&B. And particularly on this album, he has probably like one of my top 5 favorite rappers, Phonte Coleman, who was a part of a North Carolina bass / like bred trio called Little Brother, who was super integral in my development as a hip hop and R&B artist. So favorite record to dance to is definitely 99.9%. I don't really do a lot of making out these days, but I mean, if I were to be making out, I think that this would be an amazing album to make out to. Maxwell is one of the foremost voices, songwriters, composers in neo-soul ever, and I think that a lot of R&B, particularly alternative R&B, is just reimagining the things that Maxwell and Erica and The Roots and Musiq Soulchild and Jill Scott were really like the progeny of Maxwell and his whole crew. Particularly for this album, Ascension is probably my favorite song off the record, and I think that if you play it, I think most people in the room become a 45-year-old black auntie, and that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for in all things. But also it speaks to love in many different ways, whether that be the sensual, the sexual, but also just like the connections that we have with the people that we care about. I'm really a mama's girl. Like, me and my mom go way back, obviously, like 25 years-ish. And what I didn't realize about my mom is that she grew up in an era that like people listen to a lot of different music, and I remember kind of rediscovering Fleetwood Mac about 2 or 3 years ago and going to her and being like, why didn't you ever show me this? This was amazing. She was like, well, you never really asked, first and foremost. But second of all, like, you were kind of like more interested in like hip hop and R&B. I didn't realize that this would be something that you were interested in. And we like had like a kitchen duet of Dreams by Fleetwood Mac in our kitchen. And it was like one of the best memories that I've ever had with my mom. And Fleetwood has a way of like imprinting on your memory in a way that's really, really special. And I just think that I would rather be on the road with a soundtrack with Stevie Nicks in it than anything in the world, really. Like that, she's a god to me. Like songwriting, vocals, just the whole nine. So as a child, my sister Mackenzie and I used to watch the Temptations movie once a week for like a decade. If anybody has seen this American classic and biopic, you know that Otis starts to have some marital issues after they get back from their first tour. And as he's walking off the bus and his wife first sees him interacting with the other woman, Ooh Baby Baby by Smokey Robinson and The Miracle starts to play. And I think that, first of all, the music supervision on that film is outstanding. But second of all, like, it just imprinted in my mind how impactful and beautiful like music can be. And I think Smokey Robinson is obviously one of the last living legends of that time. Motown's really important to hip hop currently, and I think it'll continue being important to hip hop and R&B globally. So it's nice just to celebrate that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I want to give a shout out to Dallas, first and foremost, for giving us a lot of things, but most importantly, giving me Erykah Badu. I think that for Black millennials, I don't know another singer that's been more impactful and more consistent in our lives. Between Beyonce and Erykah Badu, I can't really say that there have been two women who are more impactful, consistent, and they both happen to be from the fair state of Texas. So I have a lot to be thankful for Texas. My favorite song ever by Erykah Badu is Green Eyes, and I think the reason for that is my favorite type of songwriting is songwriting that you don't expect, but is really beautiful and poignant. And the lyrics go, my eyes are green because I eat a lot of vegetables. It has nothing to do with your new friend. And I thought that was a fucking genius way to explain jealousy and to explain like not feeling vulnerable enough or like open enough to tell the truth about like why you're like acting the way that you're acting. And I think that Erykah does that throughout her catalog. So I'm really thankful for Mama's Gun, and I'm very thankful for Erykah Badu. I have a lot of records in my hand, and one of you lucky people is going to win every single one of them. Good luck.
Now it's vegetarian with the brown rice. Got real acquainted with the ground life. Growing orchards off the sound bites. Y'all better play my shit loud, right?
Like
Hey.
I'm overgrown.
Trying to find
Thank you so much, Austin.